Hi strangers, hi friends, my name's Shanae, the Sock Princess, and this is my YouTube channel where I talk about all my knitting and crochet adventures, mostly sock knitting. So today is Friday, June 13th, 2025. It has been a while since I last podcasted, and as you can see, things have changed. I cut my hair. So yeah, it's short now. Yeah, cut my hair as an exercise of free will. So here we are. And new background. So I am home, but we have this new area in our front yard. Like our patio is screened in now. So now like it's not as exposed to the sun. So it's perfect for filming. Except for the cars that go by. Perfect for like knitting in the evenings, since the sun doesn't go down to like 8:30 now. And yeah, we have a fan out here. You probably can't hear it because I'll like cut it out. Like I'll try to cut it out in editing. But yeah, we have a nice fan because it's still like humid a little bit and it gets like some nice airflow. But yeah, today is probably going to be a longer episode, maybe, I don't know, but now it's a good time to grab your snacks, waters, or maybe even just speed me up to 1.5 speed. So yeah, I got my Stanley here with all my yarn stickers. So let's get started with the episode. I'm gonna start with my finished objects. I have all socks. Yeah, let's start. So the first pair, I'm putting them on sock blockers now since I didn't think to do it before we started. Whatever. The first pair were a test knit for Rachel Coffman. She's known as Pearls and Polish here on YouTube. Yeah, it's these. These are toe up Fleagle Hill socks. The yarn I used is Patons Kroy, and the colorway is Midnight Orchid. And I did these completely on magic loop. And these socks are what started my magic loop obsession, kind of. I don't know. I've been knitting like most of my socks on magic loop now, so it was thanks to these socks. Yeah, these were self-striping. As you can see, this one, I don't know what. I guess that was maybe like the end of the skein or something, but it wasn't like cut or anything. But I don't know why there's just a big stripe there. Like it didn't do it with this sock. And I even did I? No, I didn't. I was gonna say I even like split this, like added another skein in, but I don't think I did. Oh well. Oh yes, I did. This was done with one skein. This is done with another skein. But yeah, they're nice. They're very warm. I haven't blocked them yet. I don't think I will. So yeah. The next finished object. And I'm referencing my Hobonichi planner here. So I just keep track of all of my knitting that I do throughout the month. So yeah, I just make a legend here and just highlight the days that I actually did the project. It's been really fun because I use different colors every time. So it's nice to see all the knitting that I have done or haven't done. So yeah. I used to put goals on the side, but I've never completed those goals. So I just stopped doing it and just using more as tracking purposes. Yeah, next pair is so cool. So well, these are the Shorty Hill tap socks by Larissa Gregorin, I think. If that's not her name, I'll just have it you know, on the screen somewhere. But yeah, I use these from scraps. This purple is Superego. Wow, I'm having a hard time with words lately. It's super glow fibers on her sock base, and the colorway is the Empress. This yellow is KittyBeaKnitting on the Lido base, and the color is Winter Sunshine. This came from last year's advent box. But yeah, look how different these socks are. And you know why they're so different? Because of gauge. Gauge matters. So this pair I knitted on 9-inch circulars. This is like an old whip. Like I started these a while ago. I knit this, yeah, like I was saying, on 9-inch circulars, and my gauge was like 8 stitches an inch or 7 or something like that. And then this one I knitted on the magic loop, and my gauge here was a bit tighter. Like it was 1 stitch more than whatever the gauge I got on that one. But as you can see, it got this nice micro striping effect right there, as opposed to like this one that has some pulling or flashing. And don't get me wrong, like it does some striping here, but then like here for some reason it's like a big pull, and I love it. I love pulling, I love micro striping. I just like how different the yarn looks depending on how you knit it up. It's so interesting. Oh, I did do modifications to the pattern. I did a shadow wrap short row heel instead of the German short row heel that I called for. Yeah, and this one I did a short row toe as well, as you can see. Like compared to this toe, which is like your standard like wedge toe. Wow, having a hard time. There we go. So, well, let's look at this toe. This toe, wedge toe. This toe is a short row toe. So as you can see, it's more rounded, and you don't see like these crease line is here, but it's not as obvious as this one. And basically what you do for this is you once you reach your toe length, yeah, the spot where you're going to be at for your toe, you will start working short rows back and forth, and then you will resolve the short rows back and forth, and then you'll end up, I ended up here, and you just graft the stitches together. And this was my second time doing a short row toe, and I like how it looks, but I don't like grafting like 28 stitches. Like it's not fun. Not fun at all. It's much simpler to just graft like the little 8 stitches that'll be left here, rather than doing half of your stitches. Like that's insane. So I don't think I will be doing that in the future. I don't know, depends on how I feel, but I don't foresee myself doing it. But yeah, the shorty heel top socks. I also had issues with this part. So you do a fold over cuff to get this nice, like this part cuff. But it's, yeah, my insides look crazy because I couldn't, like, it's so hard on the small circumference to like pick up the stitches. I guess I had a hard time. This is the first sock. This is the second sock. On the second sock, I cast it on with a thicker yarn and used that to like seam the two sides together, and it was a bit easier. And I guess this looks a little bit better than that one, but I still didn't like it. So if you guys have any tips on picking up stitches better, let me know. I guess I could like do it at the end and just take a length of yarn and just weave it through. But I don't know. The other bad thing about being outside is people tend to smoke and you can smell it, and it's not pleasant for my nose. But moving on, my next finished object are my cider house socks. This is a pattern by Summer Lee. Here they are. The yarn is from Oakwood Knits, her Ghibli collection. This colorway is Kodama, and this one is Ancient Forest. And as you can see, nice cables. I changed the pattern. I did a short row, shadow wrap short row toe instead of the heel flapping gusset. This is really my preferred toe to do, and you can do it toe up or cuff down, so that's also cool. If you have a higher instep, it can feel a little bit tight across your instep, so that'll be one downside. But if it's fine for me, you can experiment with like adding a mini gusset too to add some relief so it's not as tight. But yeah, I think you guys should check it out if you're interested. Denise of Earth Tones Girl, she has a excellent tutorial on her channel. So yeah, check it out if you've never watched it. She also has a sock knitting book coming up, and I'm glad I remember that because I want to pre-order it. I'm going to order it from her her website so I can get a signed copy. And that way I won't have to buy it through like Amazon or something like that. Where were you going with that? Yeah, she has a new book, and I'm really excited for it because that's going to be pretty cool, I think. I love her way of explaining things. She has such a soothing voice, and I feel like her book is going to be like that way too. Like I can't hear her talking in the book, but just to have like patterns and stuff from her, it'd be cool. I'm saying a lot, and I thought I was going to stop doing that, but it is so hard because I'm a 90s kid, 90s 2000s kid. And see, I said it again. And that's just like our filler word. I say like a lot as well because filler words. So it's either like or But I am trying to stop that. But I feel like just saying nothing would be weird too. Like I'll just not say anything instead of saying but here we are. So next my finished objects. These aren't whips. My next finished object is my final one. This is the Utsubo socks. I hope I'm pronouncing that correctly. It's a pattern. I keep saying, oh my gosh. So my next finished object are the Utsubo socks. I believe I'm saying that correctly. It's a pattern by somebody. I'll have the name up here because I don't remember off the top of my head. Sorry. Not sorry. I don't have to apologize for that. Because, sometimes I feel like we say sorry a lot, and it's like, why are you apologizing? You don't have to apologize for stuff that doesn't hurt anybody. So, yeah. Stop apologizing, guys and gals. But here are the socks. These were another toe-up pattern. And the pattern called for a different toe where you would do, I think it would be classified as like a spiral toe or something, and you would do the increases like evenly around. But I just did the same increases that Rachel did for this pattern. I just did the exact same toe here, and of course I did my shadow wrap short row heel instead of what the pattern called for. And since this heel is so different from the pattern's heel, I on my Ravelry project page I noted how I added that heel in with the pattern, because it's different from the pattern. But yeah, what really drew me in, what really attracted me to the pattern was this portion. So it's a garter cuff, and it has this I-cord portion here. I don't know if you can see that. Yeah. And on the pattern, it has like, I think it's supposed to be like a fish or something. Some of the main photo, like on the project page, has it with two like googly eyes, so it looks like a fish mouth. As you can kind of see, it's like a mouth. But yeah, this was interesting. This was the first sock I did, and I ripped this part out so many times because the pattern calls for you to knit it with like a needle size that's 2 sizes bigger than whatever you knit the body on. And I did that, but I was still too tight with my I-cord, and it was a headache and a half trying to pick back the I-cord and get it right. So what I ended up doing is adding some elastic thread that I had with it to try to like make it stretch a little bit more. It doesn't have that much stretch, but it does fit nicely on my heel, so they won't slide down. Oh, I never said the yarn I'm using, sorry. So this is from Skein in the Stitch. This is from the her Enchanted Yarn Society Club, which is Ghibli themed. This colorway is called A Heart's a Heavy Burden, and this colorway is called Starlight, and this is based off of one of my favorite movies ever, which is Howl's Moving Castle. And so one of the main characters, the main female lead, or the female main lead, yeah, the female main lead, not main female lead, whatever, I don't care. Her name is Sophie, and in the movie her hair turns this cool shade of gray, and how we mark that it looks like Starlight. And this colorway matches like her dress and a moment in one of the scenes where there was like a bunch of greens and stuff in there, so it's perfect. It's nice. So that's it for my finished objects. Next are my whips. So I have 3 whips that I've mainly been working on this week that I'm going to show you guys. I have been making a little bit of progress on my blankets. So I have my stop saying I have my Nature's Palette Hexie blanket by Mallory Crawl that's going on. I'm using all of my Ghibli yarn leftovers to make that. So yeah, those hexies are going on. And I also have my Coziest Memory blanket. I've added maybe like 1 or 2 squares since the last time I podcasted, so not a lot of progress there. And yeah, oh, I also have the Sunny Baby blanket that I'm working on for my friend or coworker, and that's still going on. So my my first whip is in this bag. Look at it, it's so pretty. So this bag is from Twice Sheared Sheep, but my local yarn store, #Yarn Corner, is having a trunk show with some of their products to see which one she's gonna carry. But I had to get this cow bag. I love Highland cows, you guys. They're so freaking cute, but this is just so perfect, and it's perfect for like the sock brush. But in this bag lies my whip. This sock is from Summer Lee. It's called the Palm Sneaker Squad sock. Is from her Shorty Socks Volume 1. So the yarn I'm using is from Oakwood Knits. This is the Ghibli Yarn Club as well. And the colorway is Ponyo Rides a Sea of Fish, I believe. And it's based off the movie Ponyo. So yeah, it's so cute. And I'm knitting these magic loop on a 2.25 millimeter hook. And I'm at the fun part where you do like the arch support. And yeah, this is the first sock. There. My second whip I don't have because it's in my room. I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back. It's only been a second for you all, but it's been like 10-15 minutes for me, because while I was going to get my sock whip, I was like, oh, I need to get my progress keeper so I can mark where my progress is between podcasts. And I was freaking out because I couldn't find them. I was like about to cry. I was like, where are my progress keepers? Because I keep them all in a little a little Sorella lotion tin, and I couldn't find it. And it was in the place I put it at, and I looked there, but I didn't look good enough. So I'm gonna put a stitch marker on this. Boop. This is my second sock whip. Trying to see if make you guys see it. Oh, I don't know if putting them on sock blockers, like while they're on the needles, look, kind of works. Looks a little weird, but these are the Comfort Core Sock Shorties version by Summerlee, and the yarn I'm using is from KittyBea Knitting on the Lido base. This color is called Logo Number 1. This color is called Logo Number 1, and this color is called Winterberry. Yeah, Winterberry. And these are scraps I got from Sharon. She's one of the ladies who come to our open stitching at #Yarn Corner. So I'm using up scraps. So yeah. This stitch marker came from Skein the Stitch, from her what are they called? Like the quarterly yarn box. I didn't get the one that came out this quarter because, you know, money. And I was kind of bummed. I was like, you know what? I have more of her yarn coming in, and I have more than enough yarn, so it's fine. And it kind of matches. Not really, but it looks nice. I gotta remember to look at the camera. I'm looking down at my viewfinder / computer to make sure things are looking right, but I gotta look at the camera so you guys just don't see my eyes looking down all the time. Does it feel like I'm staring into your soul? I'm not. I'm staring into the camera. So my next whip, I stopped in the middle of a rose wood. Not smart. How far am I from them? All right, I'm not too far from the end, so I'm going to knit this, and then we'll talk about it so I can show you guys properly. So this, and I'm gonna look down while I'm knitting because I have to. I'm not, for some reason I don't trust myself enough to knit without looking, because I feel like I'm going to make a mistake, but like it's just stalking at me. You're not going to make a mistake. So yeah, this is the Palmer tee. It's a pattern by Kat. She's the yarn dyer behind KittyBea Knitting, and she also makes she also designs patterns, and they're all on Ravelry. And she is friends with the owner of my local yarn shop, #Yarn Corner. So yeah, it's pretty cool to have like a yarn dyer and yarn store owner be close friend or be like friends, because you get cool colorways. So I'm almost to the end. So yeah, this is the Palmer tee. It was a knit along that was going on for, oh my gosh, March. March. And I picked out this pattern for the knit along, and I think I'm the last person who's still knitting on this pattern. But I am almost done. I am on the second side panel, and I'm almost to the end of that row, so I'm going to show you all what it looks like and show you what I've been up against for the last 3 months. And to be fair, I have completed a bunch of projects in between. So when did I start on this? Oh man. Yeah, I started on March 9th. And yeah, it's been 3 months. But in between, I finished 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. In the interim, I finished 12 things. So, and I worked on other things. So it can be said that had I just focused on this item, I would have finished months ago. But I am not a monogamous knitter. I have a bunch of projects going at once because that's just what I like to do. I see a cool pattern, I was like, I want to cast it on, so I cast it on. But I finished the row. Try to not let stitches fall off here. Okay, I'll hold it up like this. I can't. Oh, you can't really see. I'm gonna zoom out a bit. We're on 0.5. So it's a little wide angle. Here it is. So as you can see, last time I was here, and at that point this was all just like this. So I was here because this section is knit sideways. So I knit all of this, and I'm did the separation, and I've bound off there, and I'm over here now. So let's move our little butter marker. This is still a butter. So this is constructed by knitting these panels, 2 panels, you knit them the same, seam them together, then you pick up stitches on the side, you knit sideways for whatever amount of rows, and then you separate for, like, I guess where the sleeves are gonna go. No, these are the this is a sleeve. This separation is to knit the seam the sides together. Yeah, seam the sides together. So yeah, you got this cool little, oh, I got 20% left. I gotta speed it up. You got this cool little detailing here on the shoulder. I think it's nice. But yeah, the yarn is Rowan Cotton Cashmere. My colorway is Harbor Blue or something like that. I don't know. There, I'm about to close up me. So yeah, those are the whips I've been working on mostly. I don't know if I can get this section, like this whole section, done by tonight. I'm gonna try to. Like, I want to have it done by Sunday. I would like to have it done by Sunday, like blocked and dried and everything to wear to open knitting. But realistically, I'll probably have it done on Tuesday for open knitting. So yeah. I want to say that's it. Oh, you know, since I filmed, I have gotten acquisitions. I'll insert pictures because I don't have them like on me. I could run a house and get them, but again, we're at 20%, so got chop. I got my Freckle Whimsy, I believe it was the June colorway. It's called Mint to Flamingo and it looks really cool. It reminds me of my cousin's school color, just fam. I might make socks for Christmas for them that are fam colored. And I got my Oakwood knits colorway for May. Yeah, May's colorway. I always forget how she does. Yeah, it's May's colorway. It got released in May and it gets ordered, delivered at the end of the month. Yeah, it was the May colorway, which is based off of Secret World Ariete, and the colorway name is called the Neglected Garden, and I got the mini that goes along with it, which is called Marigold. So yeah, those are my acquisitions. Oh, and of course my little project bag here, which is so cute. Yeah, so now we're on to non-knitting things, reading, watching, life stuff. Reading, I've gotten a lot of reading done. I am, as you know, reading through the series of Unfortunate Events. I'm using my Libby app hosted by my local library. If you don't have a library card, get one. It's a great resource. You can listen to audiobooks for free, ebooks and physical books, and it's all free. And I don't know about you guys' library, but my library, they don't charge late fees anymore, so that's nice. Yeah, so I'm reading through a series of unfortunate events. Right, I am on the 9th book now, or 8th book. The Vile Village. I'm having a hard time enunciating. I don't know what's going on. And I've listened to a number of other books. Currently listening to The Family Experiment by John Mars. He's the guy who does the speculative fiction genre. And yeah, this one's interesting. It's about it's set in distant future UK, and it's basically AI children. Okay, AI children. I couldn't find a way to say it. Like, it's AI kids and ramifications of that. So there's this game show that's being hosted called The Family Experiment, and couples get like match, or they get to create their own like AI child. They're called like an avatar, and you wear like VR headsets and you put on this special suit so you can like hold the child, and it feels like a real baby. Like, you can feel like skin to skin, you can feel it breathing, heart pulse, all that fun stuff, but it's all AI, it's computers, right? So yeah, the purpose of the game show is to see, I guess, which parents best throughout the experiment. And it's a 9-month experiment, and each month the child has different milestones. So it goes from like newborn to like 1 year old to 5 to 10 to 14, 16 and up to 18. However that breaks down to 9 months, that's how it happens. But with each month, there's these different challenges, and it's following like a couple of different couples who all have crazy things going on. Like, one of the couple, they have a daughter locked in the basement because she killed a guy. One couple lost their son, and the whole internet's mad about them for losing their son. One couple, like, one of the dads, one of the dads is like famous like for social media and stuff, and the other dad is just like, you know, his young boy thing. And his controversy was that he was addicted to a drug called AZ, or AZ as it said there. And yeah. And then one guy is like a single dad, and yeah, he's a single dad, but he's like an important character, I believe, because I think he knows what's like the company that's doing the experiment, and he wants to expose like what's been happening, because as a kid he got like given away by his parents, and so did a whole bunch of other kids, and they were taken to like this secret facility, and they had to do like all this training and stuff, but some of them didn't some of them had memories of their parents, some of them didn't, and yeah, it's weird. It's really interesting. Check it out. I think since we've last been like podcasted, I've read another book. It was called Something in the Walls, and that was interesting. Did I talk about this already? I don't know if I talked about it, but it was basically like this small town, and this girl, they think she's being possessed by a witch or something, and there's this young psychologist and reporter going to see, you know, what's happening. So she's faking it, what's going on, and weird things are happening, but it's not like there's nothing supernatural that's going on. It's all like this townhouse, this weird history of like witches and things, because the girls weren't witches. They were just being victimized by one of this older man, and they have these different rituals and stuff, but like as a person looking in, it's like, that's weird, you shouldn't be doing that, and they're like, no, you don't understand because you're not from this community, but it's like, nah, that's wrong. But yeah, so that one was interesting as well. Anything else I've read? Oh, I was reading Yellowface, but I DNF'd it because it was dragging on too much, and I didn't feel like listening to it, so I just returned it. I think that's all I've been reading. Watching, I'm back on One Piece. I am in the mid to low 700s. I believe the Dressrosa arc is ending soon. That's where I'm at for all my One Piece fans out there. And yeah, I mean, life's been pretty good, you know, cut my hair, so yeah, it's nice. I don't have to do anything really much, just spray with water and just go like this, and I go to work. Only thing is I have to wear earrings so I don't look like a boy, but obviously I'm not a boy, I have boobs. But yeah, that's like a weird rule in our family. Like, girls are always supposed to wear earrings, and like if you're not wearing earrings, they're like, where are your earrings at? You need to have on your earring, blah blah blah. So this is my leftover trauma from that, I guess. And oh, I do have some PTO coming up. So next week I am off Thursday, Friday, Monday, and Tuesday. I took off for Juneteenth. I'm not gonna do anything. I'm just probably gonna knit, lounge around, might get some ice cream or something, I don't know. I need to get work done on my car, but who cares about that? Oh, you guys know what I've been into lately too? Like yarn drama. That has nothing to do with me, nothing at all. So there are these, like, there's a Reddit community called Craft Snark, and people just like post their grievances about things, and it's just like so interesting. You see people's like reactions to stuff and people's opinions, and it's like, oh, that's interesting. I would have never thought about that, but yeah. And there's another one called BEC. It's the B word eating crafters, and that one's just about people's like petty grievances about, you know, different things that's going on in the yarn community. Not even the yarn community, like crafting community, I would say. So if you're into that stuff, have a look, I guess. I know some people don't like reading about drama and stuff, but as long as I'm not in it, I'm all for it. Like, it's just the best drama is other people's drama. But yeah, that's it for this episode. I will catch you guys later. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, follow me on Instagram. My Instagram is on the screen. And my Ravelry is the Sock Princess, all one word. So you can become my friend on Ravelry. You can see what I'm up to there. Yeah, that's it. Bye guys.